Welcome to another episode of the PN74 podcast. It is your host, PN74, here for episode 74 today with MrP joining me on this lovely couch that we have here.
Hello, PN74, and our beautiful new set here live from Austin, Texas.
Yes.
So it's great to be here with you on this nice blue couch.
It is, awesome to be here in general, and it is always refreshing. I think probably some of our listeners who have been around for a while or have watched for a while, maybe they're like, geez, a whole new setup again. But that's just kind of how we roll. We like a fresh start. We like to, if things aren't working how we'd like or how we'd like to see, then we change things up. So I hope you guys like the new setup here.
Yeah, they've seen a few sets, so all over the place, all over the country at least. So,
yeah.
It's great to be here in Austin. We really, we're locals to Texas, but we're not locals to Austin. And it just feels really good to be in a city, in an environment that's vibrant and alive. And just, there's so much good positive activity here. For all the knocks on Austin, there's a whole lot of good things about it, and we just really love that like everyone here is so active, especially. There's so many like hikes and hiking trails or running trails or biking trails or everybody's always out doing something.
And one of our first runs back, we did like a 5 mile run, and we hadn't done a 5 mile run, and first off, I hadn't ran in a very long time. You had been running, but 5 miles, that was a lot, and we went out and ran it fast too. The whole time I'm like, my fucking legs hurt. I can't feel anything right now, but it felt so good to get to that point of really challenging yourself and really pushing it. And we did 5 miles and I felt great afterwards. It felt good to get that in, and everyone else is moving just as fast too. So you don't even realize it. You're just going.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
That run you're talking about, I tell people that, I do run, and that's kind of what I try to do to keep me healthy and, or to try to stay healthy at least. And, but I'm not the, get out there and run a marathon type guy either. You know what I mean? Usually my runs consist of anywhere between truly I'll run as little as 1 mile to on average, at most 3, so if I do a 4 mile run traditionally, that's over my comfort zone,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I have this thing embedded in me from my time in the Marine Corps because the PFT, the physical fitness test, at least at that time when I was in, one of the components of it was the run, and it was a 3 mile run.
Yeah.
So
say anything after that, you're no.
Yeah, there were people that talked about being in the 6 mile a year club. Because you had to run 2 PFTs, so you ran, one in the spring and one in the fall or winter, however it worked out. And so, I was one of those, 6 miles a year, fuck it. We were talking about this yesterday. I hated running. I absolutely hated running. I mean, really, my entire life, at least from, adolescence on up through, to... probably in my 20s, I guess, until I read that book, Born to Run, and it just changed my outlook on it. But it's nice to be here in Austin with so many people, like we were saying, you talk about the trail, that trail fucking moves fast, too. It is especially on the weekends, that thing is alive, man. People biking and running, and it's there's so many people out there, and it's it motivates you.
It does.
You're totally influenced by your surroundings, yes, and it's great to have a strong mind, and a positive mindset, so you can be in tougher surroundings and still stay on a good path. But we all know that being in good surroundings, it's much easier to stay on that path.
No, absolutely, especially when people around here are out all day long. So
right.
you go anywhere, you look outside and you're like, damn, people are getting it. I need to go get it, you know? So it's a good feeling to be around for sure.
Whereas we kind of joke around like where we came from, like, which we loved. It's, you know, it's pretty, you know, there's parts of it that are nice, you know, but the, you know, like the reality is that people go there to do like one of two things, to either get drunk or retire. And it is like we're not really doing either, you know. So. And
it's just a very slower pace there. So like coming to Austin was almost like a wake up call. Like you were just, I remember like one of the first mornings we were here, like just hit with it. Oh my God, like we have been living in slow motion the last however many months. Like that's crazy that like the world is out here moving around way faster. And it's
passing you right by.
Dude, it's insane. So it does feel good to be back. And with other news going around, let's talk about Travis Kelce for a second and Taylor Swift.
Yeah. I don't know, that was kind of an interesting thing.
So that's all I could see on X yesterday was like people freaking out of the picture with his mom and Taylor Swift.
I didn't
and they
see
were like,
that. What
I
was
can't
the deal with
believe
his mom?
They were just together and everyone was like, this is so adorable. Like they loved it. Like people were just like freaking out about it.
Yeah, so so apparently like over the past week, it comes, or like a few weeks, it comes out that like Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are dating.
Yeah,
and
we're like,
and honestly, like this is like, you know, I really don't care about this, but there is a side of it that really intrigues me because, you know, I'm a big music fan. Like, and the reality is like you can think what you want to about Taylor Swift. I don't know fucking. Like, I know she puts out new songs, and I don't know, like, I hear it on the radio.
You know, yeah, you listen to a few of them.
And, like, I don't know it's her until, like, you say something or it comes up and you see it, like, but, like, you know, she started off as, like a country singer. I want to put that in air quotes. Teenage girl, right? Like, 17, 18, young.
I honestly don't know much about her, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, she's excellent. She's done very well in her career, and but she's definitely transitioned and is, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I just kind of shy away from like the corporate fucking like massive, you know, success, because it's like, okay, who's really driving that train right now? You know, I don't know. But
she sells out of freaking like I forget where they had a concert, and I think like she sold the most freaking tickets.
Yeah, she breaks all the records, right?
Yeah, like,
and it's like, and good for her. I'm not knocking her. I mean, it's like she deserves that success 100%. It's just that, you know,
you're a hater. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
It's just not my line of interest. You know, I'm not a fucking teenage girl.
And I don't, and that's what I told you the other day, because you were like, I don't understand her music. Like, I mean, it's good, but like, you know, and that's what my response was like. She captured every young, like, girl's heart at that age, because she was also a young girl. And I think like the community that she has built is like insane.
Oh, 100%. And it's like I said, like I don't understand it from like a, you know, not a teenage girl, but like I understand the fucking business side and I see the numbers of what she does, and it's like, it's insane.
Who was it that did that stuff to her on stage? Was it Kanye that did that stuff to her? Who, or like?
I think it was.
Who was
no,
it?
Yeah, I think it was Kanye. He went up there drunk or some shit, right?
Like took the trophy or some shit and like told her she was done speaking. Like tried to do some stuff. I remember that. That was like
good old Kanye.
That's funny. That was at like the beginning of her stuff too, and she was doing really good.
Yeah. So it's really interesting to me, the whole, and I guess why I find it interesting is because like Travis Kelce is, you know, they're like, he's an outstanding football player, tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, and the guy is a fucking animal, and like really, really good. But I personally don't care for his on or off the field antics. You know, it's just not my. But hey, he's great at what he does.
Right.
And it surprises me that you know, like I say, I don't know really anything about Taylor Swift, but it seems to me that like she works really hard to protect her image, and it surprises me that she would date someone that is maybe as flamboyant as Travis Kelce.
Right. It is. I watched a TV show with him before, and it was like dating Kelce or something like that, and it was a dating show where like it was just him and like 30 women, and it was like after watching that I was like, this guy, not that he's a douchebag because he's your like typical jock, but I was like, this guy's a douchebag. Like, and he just like you're saying, like that, just like the way he comes off. I mean, it's just not my thing either. Yeah.
Did you see on X Dave Portnoy? He was talking all about like during the game, like he posted before the game, like talking about the rumors that Taylor Swift's is at the games making him nervous or some shit, and then she's shown like in the suites and stuff. Like, dude, like then they show after she scores a touchdown, or after Kelce scores a touchdown, like she goes ape shit crazy, right? If fucking Portnoy posted, he's like, apparently.
I didn't see those videos.
Yeah, it was really good. Apparently, whoever the Chiefs were, ahead of their opponents, but Mahomes threw Kelce a touchdown to get him a touchdown because she's there.
Oh God.
Yeah. So Dave Portnoy, he's like, I understand. He's like, look, I love Taylor Swift. He's like, but this has to be the most disrespectful shit I've ever seen.
Oh my God, he's a hater.
Dave Portnoy. Man, he's real. He's Did you see that One Bite Pizza Fest that he had?
Yeah, I did. And we watched that phone call he had with, was it someone from the Washington Post or something?
Yeah, because they made those shirts that said,
fuck Washington Post.
Yeah, fuck the Washington Post.
Yeah, that was. It's so funny what you can build in a day and age of like social media. Like you could build any kind of like. We're just talking about Taylor Swift's community, which is like what that is. And then now Dave Portnoy's community, and that's like a whole different community of people, but it's a lot of people, because there was a lot of people at that One Bite Fest or whatever it was.
Yeah, he has, millions of followers, and it's not just that, like, he's always in the public eye, somebody like that's effective at using social media like that. All of his followers see it, but also all the people who don't follow him, who lurk in his shit, that are like writing articles at the fucking Washington Post, that are going out to all these people, and what's his Dave Portnoy guy, and there's a reason why 5,000 people showed up in the pouring rain to support him after they tried to shut down.
Yeah, harassing.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit, man. People just need to stay in their lane, do their thing, and
it really just
stay out of people's business, really.
It's a scarcity mindset of that, like, if someone has too much, then you'll have too little. It's that kind of mindset, I think, with all of that. So Dave's getting big, and they think, oh, Dave's getting big, it's taken away from us. Yeah. It's like, bro, as he gets bigger because of it.
Yeah, so Dave posted, like, then after the game that, like, did you see it, like, Kelce and Taylor Swift, like, they left in a fuking convertible?
No, I didn't. What is going on? Why didn't I see any of these on X?
Yeah, he was like, he goes, Portnoy said, he's like, I think, he's like, they posted just like some shitty picture that like, it was terrible resolution, like real dark, but like, you could see it was like I don't know, it looked like an older vehicle. I don't know what kind, but like a car. But you could make out that like it was him and her,
Cute.
And Portnoy goes, he goes, I think they're just trolling us with this fucking convertible.
They're trolling you, Dave.
Yeah. So they took off.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Yeah, they. I haven't seen a lot of videos from the Taylor Swift stuff, but I did see a ton on my timeline of his mom, and Taylor in the suite together.
I don't know how I missed that.
Like, yeah, well, I missed all your good videos that you saw. That's funny.
Yeah, so I was on so I hopped on X this morning, and I told you, I said, did you see that shit about fucking Bitboy?
Oh.
At a complete other turn, right? So.
Oh my gosh.
So Bitboy is this guy, and it's funny, I was just talking about him the other day, too, and like he's a crypto. I shouldn't necessarily put him as a crypto guy. He's exploited the crypto space. That's probably a better way to put it.
That
is. People consider him a grifter, quote unquote, and that. But he amassed a very large following on social media, and he made a lot of money fucking promoting scams and doing shit like that. And there's a lot of people that don't like him, like a whole lot of people that don't like him. Well, apparently he started this little company.
Rightfully so.
And in this company, you know, he hires these people, and from what I gather, like, it was kind of like the Steve Jobs scenario, although at a much smaller level and for a lot different things. But he kind of gets fired by his own company, and like one of his dudes fucking took his Lambo.
Oh,
so this morning he fucking goes back, or last night he goes back to recover his Lambo from this dude's house.
And we watched this dude literally drop his fanny pack on the road at the cop's request as he was getting arrested.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. We did also, I feel like this is an episode of Live PD. I wanted to tell the listeners that we did have someone write in to me after listening to the Sexsomnia episode of the P&Nectar podcast. And they said that they have actually struggled with this scenario with their wife, that their wife has accused them of jacking off in their sleep and has held it against them because they thought it was part of their character. Like, she was like, you fucking scumbag or something. And so I'm like, oh no, there's like real study. Like, you should like seriously look up these studies and give them to your wife. Like, there are true medical studies done that this is like a REM sleep issue, or like the stuff around that.
There's something going on.
Yeah.
And it's legit.
It is a legit, but I thought, how interesting. I was happy to hear back from someone that you know, they actually deal with that in their real life. And not only do they deal with it, it's actually a problem. It's been a problem. So that was pretty cool. And I hope that maybe that they can start finding some resolution, maybe find some better ways to get some good sleep or something like that. So I thought that was really interesting. That was cool.
I had received quite a few messages about the whole Sexsomnia thing, which was our last podcast, episode 73. So if you haven't listened to it, go back and listen to it. We talk about how like night sex, basically. Like, you fall asleep, and then like in the middle of the night, you fucking subconsciously are having sex and may wake up during it into a conscious state, or may stay below, you know, and stay in that subconscious state. And it's like, it's fucking astounding how many people it affects.
That's crazy.
At some level. And so yeah, like, I know that like like we fuck in the middle of the night all the time. Like 2 nights ago, again, like or 2 days ago, you asked me, you're like, do you remember last night? I was like, fuck.
And it's crazy because like, so that night specifically, I was like dead asleep. And you were just like, I'm going to pull these down, my panties. And like, we just went at it. And I don't mind, obviously. I'm like, whatever, fill me up in my sleep. It works for me. But it is cool being able to hear that other people do, because this is an issue with some other people. So it's cool to be able to provide some information. We appreciate you guys all hanging out with us for this episode of the P&Nectar podcast, episode 74. I hope you have enjoyed it. And if you have, please leave a 5-star review. I'd be very grateful. And we will talk to you next time.
See ya.